This is Jeff Winkler, Network Administrator with Hunter Industries. We are a leading manufacturer of irrigation equipment, sprinklers, valves, controllers for landscape, golf courses, football fields, soccer fields. We're international, have sprinklers pretty much everywhere in the world. We had a lot of problems with our backup system. We had an old library. We had no disk-to-disk. Backups would sometimes just run continually, 24 hours a day. We'd have to turn them off in the morning, let people work, turn them back on. Spent many hours a week, sometimes as many as 10 to 15, dealing with tapes and trying to restore and failing backups. It was quite a problem. So when we were looking to upgrade it, we didn't just want to get another library. We wanted to go disk-to-disk. And then, of course, deduping was a definite plus. And this is kind of just showing our basic environment. We do have just a single primary site and an ExaGrid in it with a tape library hanging off the backup server. And we keep 3 weeks worth of backups on our primary ExaGrid, and then the management still wanted off-site archiving. So it goes to the ExaGrid, then it bounces off to tape, and then those tapes go off weekly, and we're on a 5-week rotation. So there's a one every 5-week archives off for a year. And then we send all of our Exchange, file, SQL backups go to the ExaGrid. So we got the one solution, it's the one ExaGrid in there. And we're using Commvault Galaxy as our backup software on the front end and tape library for the archiving. Our backup time is enormously reduced, no longer running continuously. The better management and retention policies. Our retention policy before was just kind of crossing our fingers and hoping that we were getting stuff backed up. The restores, it's amazing how much easier a restore is. Before, I have to restore notes database. I've got 30 tapes. I put them all in the machine. If it's on tape 28, it's going to take 2 hours just to read the tape 28. Now with the ExaGrid, I fire it off, and 5 minutes later it's restored. And also, we were running about 30 to 45 tapes a week that we would archive off, and now we're down to 10. So we have a much lower archiving expense. And here's some of the lessons learned that since we've had our ExaGrid in place a year now. The deduping is awesome. It's great having that. On the management interface, you'll see that it gives you the ratios, and we've seen as high as 27 to 1. Actually, that was for SQL backups. The post-process deduping does give the fastest backups because it sends everything to that landing space, and then after the backup is finished, then it dedupes it to the back end. The management interface is very simple to use, web-based. If you've used any other web-based management, you can use this one. It's very simple. The ExaGrid support has always been excellent, always very responsive. Someone always answers their phone when you call. It's been great working with them on what little issues that happen here and there. So that's been my experience with the ExaGrid.